Because we had such a hectic 2021, when we closed 2021, we didn't really have a break. So the moment I had a break, I just stopped. I didn't even touch my laptop, I didn't do anything, I didn't even look at anything, no journal, no reflection, nothing. So when I actually had to start back to work, I really felt like Monday blues was real. Starting back after the holiday blues is real. Your body is here, but your mind is not here is real.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Work Inspires podcast, the people's podcast for life, career, and action. And we're back with season 2.
Yeah!
So great, and if you notice, there is more than 3 of us here. So we have our newest addition to the family, Caroline.
Hi!
Great. So in today's episode, what's this word? We would really love to just do a very quick recap for 2021 as we are moving towards the middle of January already. So we really want to kickstart 2022 just with a short recap. So let's do this small, tiny question.
Macam panel session.
Macam panel session kan? Yes. Let's keep this very casual and fun. So what was your best moment? Share with the whole audience that are listening. What was your best moment of 2021? Specifically for Asma and Melody, towards the podcast wise, what was your best memory of it of all the episodes? Caroline wise, you can share of your whole life from I think you were still studying in a way. So share about that. So who like to go first? I think let's go with Caroline.
Okay, I think the one best thing in Ikan, alright. I think the best thing for me would be being able to go out and work. I work part-time while finishing up my last studying semester. So it was really amazing that I get to see people do work and then interact, just the human interaction is really crazy lah. And yeah, I made so many new friends at this part-time job and some of them were really wonderful people. So I think
Some.
That's right. I'm not perfect, but then so it was really good. And that helped realign my whole self in the sense that I got my gearings back. Yeah, so it's different from during the pandemic time lah. Yeah.
Nice. From virtual back to physical. Thank you, Lord. So what about you, Mel and Aspa?
Podcast specific, right?
Which
Okay.
episode do you remember the most?
I like all podcasts and all episodes. I mean, to me, generally, everybody was fine. I think, but I particularly like the one we had with Jen. It was, I think, the first guest we had on our podcast. So, just a recap for those of you who didn't know. Basically, the 3 of us were bored of hearing each other's voices. So, we decided to add a guest in the picture. And the first guest we had that taught us about your digital network was Jen Wong, which was superbly amazing because it makes me reevaluate myself like, have I doing things right?
Exactly.
And that was a really big eye opener. And Jen was also launched his book last year, so it was also a good inspiration that maybe 2022 is a year for us, huh?
Yes, definitely. Nice. So Asma is looking all over the place. Do you have more time?
So you know me, I'm the type of person that will continue on a bit more. So I have only 2 best moments. Okay? The first one was, of course, the before the podcast where we are very hectic, very crazy. Take thousands of things before we actually the one. Mainly these 2 is the one that always have the big problem. The cuts. That's one I love to do first. The second thing is of course the amazing speakers that we have. So thank you so much for all the speakers that actually joined us. Really appreciate it. And yeah, that's my most amazing.
Great. I thought you were gonna share
No, that's right.
Great boys.
Moving on.
But yes, for me, I think for me it's the fun moments to have whatever you guys can see above the table, you will see right below the table that we are hinting and nudging each other like, go faster. But that's exactly what happened last year as well, virtually. So that was my best moment actually, the collaboration, that fun moment to have in between. And even when we had our guest speaker as well, we were like, okay, you go next. I like those moments. So those are the raw moments that you don't see, but these are the moments that I love so much about the podcast. So great. With that, today's topic is more on kickstarting and motivation. So when we kickstarted this, we wanted to just run through a reflection first. And with that, do you believe in this New Year, New Me slogan for all of us here? The New Year, New Me
I
slogan.
redid my hair, so I guess there's some truth to that New Year, New Me thing.
Some truth.
Yeah, some truth. Okay, I think I feel fresher, feel younger, even though I've aged more. But but I think we come back to the serious side, right? I think the New Year, New Me, we don't always have to change to me. Sometimes it's just doing better at what you did already. Because I mean, if you change every year, it's quite exhaustive, yeah.
True.
So it's like, so whenever the year comes, if you feel like, okay, there are certain habits or attitudes or mindset you want to change, then go for it. If you want to just enhance what you have, then do it. If you feel that, you know what, I'm good enough for now, stay the way you are.
That is true.
So we don't always, I think the new me concept doesn't always have to be new, it could just be enhanced.
Agree. I think I really resonate with that as well. But for me, my answer will always be don't restrict yourself until the new year only you start to change. Because most of the time, it's like we wait until New Year and this cycle repeats, insanity happens, and then we forget, then we start again, and the whole journey that didn't end. So, a very simple question that I ask the audience right now will be this: I was like, what happened to your weight loss goal 2021?
Oh,
So people here are also struggling. We are also struggling as well. But yes, even as for specifically for young professionals, growth doesn't define the year you have. You just need to define where you need to go. So you decide, then you really have to set your course. You don't need to wait for the new year. I think we didn't have much of a new year as well. This year was kind of like straight away, continue.
Correct.
But yes, what about you, Caroline, from a student perspective, moving on to the working world?
How to kickstart the new year, new me? I would say, of course, coming in to work with this team is definitely very new, group dynamics and everything. It's very refreshing. But in terms of like a new me as a student transitioning thing, I don't how to say like the past few years, I would always like go with the flow of like, okay, we need to new things, new year, new beginnings, let's go, But then after that, I'm like, after a while, the momentum die. I'm like, oh yeah, I cannot reach my whatever, and then I just get so down, right? But now I realize that like I want to follow this Spanish saying, which is poco a poco, little by little, and regardless of the so-called time frame of months, right? I just go like, okay, so I'm just gonna take this next best step, this next baby best step. Let's go. Okay, let's go. So yeah, and I think that's how I set my mindset when coming in to work with them. It's like I don't know what to expect or how and everything, right? It's like okay, go. So I think from a student's perspective, it's like, what is the next best step? Of course, keep in mind the big picture, but what's the next best baby step I can go? And then just
I know she really growing very
It's proud.
Okay, I think for me, just to make it very quick, because we have another additional person here. So yes, for me, new year, new me, it depends on your situation. Some people requires a push. Some people don't require the push to actually have this new year, new me. The new year, new me can be the next day, you can be the new you also. So pace yourself is something that's very important, and know that this is not an excuse. It can be a reason for you to start fresh. So some people they require certain things like that to start fresh, which is a new year, new me. Some people don't need to. So it's up to you. Yes.
Nice. I love the word. I just want to pick on that word you mentioned, pacing.
Yes.
That's a very key question. Most of the time we start off the year as like, hoo-ha, energy crazy high. We kickstart, our motivation is super high, but at the end of the day, I think now itself we can ask ourselves, have you been fulfilling your gym commitments? Have you been fulfilling your goals, commitment that you said? Have you been eating healthily? So on and so forth. The questions I can keep going, but so for that to really happen, my question to us for the audience today would be this: how can we sustain that motivation? As months and days go, 2022 is already middle of January, almost the end. So how can we sustain that motivation? What would be your number one hack?
Okay, I learned the hard way. Don't stop or break your momentum. Because it's like January, right? And I feel like I really burned out at like week 2. So it's like I'm already like reaching the point where I'm like, I want to rest, I want to sleep, I don't wake up. because I realized that because we had such a hectic 2021, when we closed 2021, we didn't really have a break. So the moment I had a break, I just stopped. I didn't even touch my laptop. I didn't do anything. I didn't even look at anything, no journal, no reflection, nothing. So when I actually had to start back to work, I really felt like Monday blues was real. Starting back after the holiday blues is real. Your body is here, but your mind is not here is real. Never had that, but I learned it the hard way. So I think even if you're on breaks, well, I know Malaysia are very good at public holidays, right? So even if you're on breaks, don't take too long of a break in some sense. But also maybe keep yourself active by doing things you enjoy, also keep your mind active in the sense where you read things, you learn things,
True.
you journal, you reflect, don't just like, okay, I'm stopping. So, or not even gonna be me now trying to restart my rusted engine at week 2 or week 3 of January. New year!
Okay. Nice. I think like what Valerie mentioned is true. It's something that you really need to know of how to kick back and then after that start your engine and slowly. For me personally, discipline is something that's very important. So for you to sustain yourself, if you don't have, it's usually like single tail. If you don't have a discipline, your discipline on like scheduling your time, pacing yourself, no point. No point. Because if you don't have that discipline, it's either you burn out faster or you don't burn out at all. Kind of thing. So that's on my thing. How about you, Kailan?
I think I have two main things off of my head right now. It's like
Aspak dia kaki. Yes. Go ahead.
It's like very essentially like from what I mentioned earlier about knowing the big picture of what you want this year, sustainability, right? We also need to really practice how to be patient with ourselves. I think as students, right, sometimes you just get so like, oh my gosh, why can't I get this? Why can't I do this faster? Like, I need to complete this, but then I also want to chill, all this kind of stuff. But you need to understand that you will fail, you will fall short of whatever goal or whatever thing you plan out for yourself. And to acknowledge and then accept that, because you really need to learn how to be patient with yourself. Of course, don't patient until you slack cow, no such thing. You need a breather, you take that breather and then so patience with yourself is one key thing I think is very important. And the second thing is like, so internally is like what Valerie and Aspas already covered, the consistency, the routine, right? And then I think another important thing is the external part. What can sustain us is really crafting out authentic relationships with people. So being in a community, having just even that one best friend, you can just go and rant and like, you can just like, when you're stressed, you just meow or whatever. Right? Yeah, you just start whatever, Yeah. And so in this way, you get to let out and you don't build up, you don't bottle up all that whatever, so you won't burn out as fast. And then I guess the sustainability. Yeah.
What about you, Jason?
I think for me, my biggest hack was this one quote. It's like, we always underestimate what we can do in 5 years and overestimate what we can do in 1 year.
Yeah.
So what happens when we overestimate is we keep pushing like crazy and we don't rest. So that was where my key terms of sustainability that happened. So if we don't rest, at the end of the day, we burn out and we take a longer time. And I like the key fact that you mentioned about pacing and also patience. Mine would be more of listening to your body. Because sometimes for me, this was a fun fact also. For me, it's like I can keep working for hours, but then my body is like asking me to stop already, but I was still working. And it becomes like, in a way, I think Mallory scolded me a few times also. I was unproductive, though I was working, I was physically here. Like what Mallory said, mentally I wasn't here. So productivity really dropped. Something you can do within an hour, I took about 2-3 hours later. So really pacing yourself and how to say that story of sharpening your axe halfway so that you can cut more logs after that. So might as well take a break. Go connect with people that you haven't talked to so far, or play game. Simplest thing is ask by me as even though our hectic schedule, we somehow find a way to play game or go gym or play sports.
I go gym now. I replace game with gym.
So yes. With that, I think that marks our end of a very short episode. We just want to welcome this year with a very short episode. This is how our podcast generally functions, about 15 to 20 minutes. And just for heads up for everyone else as well, what's going to happen throughout this whole year. There will be topics, there will be different speakers as well. We'll have a genre of mixing between the four of us and also with a guest speaker. Hopefully, the guest speaker, we can meet them physical instead of virtual. So if you correct, that's why we're all in one as well. So we would love to have the physical session with you as well. If you would love to speak on Work Inspires podcast, if you really want to join us, feel free. Just hit us up. And with that, thank you so much for journeying with us, our 2021. We hope that 2022 will bring you much more growth. Because this year, the main keyword for us is growth. And we will hope for you as our audience to really grow up with us as well. And with that, thank you so much, everyone, and stay safe.
Bye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode. We are here to inspire, so we really appreciate your support. Do share this to those people who you know can benefit from this podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe all of our channels: Spotify, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Take care and see you all soon.